Hello and welcome to the BSR Kia Club Series here on Apex Racing TV, along with Crest Glazing and XL Designs. My name is Paul Smith. Alongside me is Adam Bath, as always, with Samuli Kumo on the cameras. And well, we're coming into the final stages of this championship. We've just got 4 races left in this series, and well, today here from Brands Hatch on the Grand Prix circuit, we have 2 of those races. And well, Adam, I say we're coming into the business end of this series, and really, look at the championship standings. It's only down to about 3 drivers now who could win this title.
Yeah, we were talking before we went on air that there was really only 3 drivers left, and they are Pete Harrod, Adam Gosling and Roy Ververke. Separated, all 3 of them, by 61 points. Harrod and Gosling only by 39. So just a small slip-up could sort of decide the title at this race meeting. Of course, we've got one more after this. We're at the glorious Donington Park circuit, where we usually end the season in the Kia Club Series, and there'll be great racing around there as well. But Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit, we were here earlier in the season on the Indy circuit. We had a bit of a calm first race, but that was all washed away by the absolutely barnstormer of a second race.
Yeah, it was certainly one to remember, and of course you can always catch that back here on Apex Racing TV. Well, Adam, so we've got the driver standings there. So those top 3 covered by 61 points, but there are other close battles as well further down. You've got like the battle for 4th place, a battle for 6th as well. So really some battles all the way down the field, even if you aren't going to win the championship.
Well, yeah, we got Ben Gregory in 4th, who sort of dropped back a bit after not having the best race meeting last week. Maciek Sakovic in 5th. Andrew Woodhouse in 6th position, was leading the championship, of course, at one point after taking that win at the Brands Hatch Indy circuit. Then only 21 points behind him, we've got Piers Pryor. Pryor, who's really come on form in the second half of the season, I think was fastest in practice in the end. I don't know what he's doing in qualifying at the moment, but it doesn't look like he's inside the top 10 yet. But yeah, he's in 7th. Chaz Draycott's in 8th. Then we've got Alex Bristow 9th, and then Ashley Blake Hood, who looks like he's finally got his wheel and pedal settings sorted, is in 10th. And then 14 points behind him, it's Clinton Bell 11th. Tom Stanley 12th, Tristan Bodis 13th, Chris Wood 14th, Ian Roskell 15th. Max Wright is in 16th place, 17th Jim Flanagan, 18th Perry Warburton, 19th Neil Bamber, and 20th Sam Reed. Looking at the team standings, CQR leading Racer by 156 points. CQR will be hoping that they will be able to build that gap just a little bit more so they can rest more easy at Donington. Club 73 in 3rd, just over 200 points ahead of Team Dial-Up in 4th. Crest SVR in 5th, XLD Motorsport 6th, Gone Broke Racing 7th. Derpy Bird up 2 places to 8th, Team Rewind in 9th. It's close between those and that team and Team Mad. Only 24 points between those two, so the battle for 9th is on there. And then Subaru Few in 11th, with Good Advice Racing in 12th. So those are the standings.
Yeah, and well, just in qualifying at the moment, Ben Palmer, currently a provisional pole sitter with Ashley Blake Hood, just over a 10th of a second behind in 2nd. But you look at that, Ashley Blake Hood and Adam Gosling, 1,000th of a second between them, and only just behind them on what's that, about 5,000ths of a second behind Adam Gosling is Roy Ververke as well. So those 3 really close together in qualifying at the moment. And as you say, Piers Pryor, not really anywhere to be seen. He hasn't set a lap time at all at the moment in qualifying, so he is really struggling. Maybe these off tracks are counting against him, because of course in iRacing, if you do put a wheel off track or make contact with anyone while you're on qualifying, your qualifying lap is not counted. So maybe just get a falling foul of the track limits around this Motorsport Village track.
It's very easy to do here at Brands Hatch, the Grand Prix circuit. But Piers Pryor, I think he might be on a quick lap now. He's just heading into clearways, and then the run down the front straight. We'll see what his lap time is. Building up the speed. 128.5 was his personal best in practice and was the fastest overall. Comes across the line 128.599, straight onto pole position by 4/10 of a second.
Yeah, that just shows you he's had the pace so far. As you say, he's quickest in practice and able to put up pretty much the same time in qualifying. Is really good effort. But others will be trying their best to do that. Ben Palmer is just going to be starting a lap this time around, so he's going to go for a quick lap. Ashley Blake Hood's just behind him as well. He's trying to use the toe of Ben Palmer in front to improve his time. In fact, Ashley Blakewood has improved his time last time out, so he's up to second place with Palmer down third, and Palmer running wide at Druid, so not getting a good run at the moment.
No, not at the moment, but of course he will get just enough time to do 1 or 2 more laps after this one, of course, just over 2 minutes left in the session. I wonder if he's going to try and use the toe off of Ashley Blakewood in front of him, who, yeah, has improved his time. 1:28.791, Ben Palmer getting out of it there. Ashley Blakewood, yeah, just 0.2 of a second behind Piers Pryor now. Ben Palmer third, Adam Gosling in fourth at the moment provisionally. Roy Ververke, yeah, in fifth. Championship leader Pete Harris in sixth. Just 200ths between him and Sam Reed in seventh. Tom Stanley eighth, as someone has a big crash. Ben Gregory ninth. And just over 100th ahead of Adam Hadfield in 10th.
And you look at that, our 3 championship contenders are all together so far on the grid, less than a 10th between them. That is absolutely crazy, just how close they are in qualifying for our championship contenders. Andrew Woodhouse for... just out of curiosity, 22nd at the moment. He did set a good lap time in practice, but he's just struggling to get a clean lap by the looks of things. And he's in the pits at the moment, so he won't be improving. So he'll be disappointed with that, won't he, Adam? Because he was saying he wasn't getting on with this track.
No, saying he didn't like the track. Harry did get up to 7th in practice, 1:29.106, and he was languishing down this sort of position before the end of practice, but was able to get a good lap in right at the very end and get up to 7th. But unfortunately, his lap time in qualifying 0.9 of a second slower than his time in practice, and that is what's cost him a good part of 15 positions on the grid. These, just going back to what you're saying, Paul, about how close the lap times are, you'd expect to see something like this on the Indy circuit, it being so short. But this Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit, over 3.5 kilometres in length, and we're still getting such close lap times with just a few thousandths in between some of the cars.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. It just shows the competitiveness of this championship and showing how close this field is. Not just up at the front, but right the way through. I mean, as you say, it's a bit of a longer track as this, and yet 1 second covers the first 14 cars down to Neil Bamber. So really close times at the moment. Piers Pryor trying to set some faster lap times, not able to do it for the time being. Ashley Blakewood, he's starting a lap, so does Ben Palmer, so this is going to be their last opportunity. Adam Gosling coming around the final corner now, through Jim Clark corner and down the Brabham straight. And he's going to go across the line here. Is he going to improve? No, he's not. So Adam Gosling not able to improve. Ben Gregory has improved though. He's up to 6th place, so getting a good draft from Adam Gosling, his teammate there. Pete Harrod now coming across the line. He's going to hug it all the way down towards the final line, and he does improve. Yeah. Does improve up to 6, yeah.
He just lost a position to Ben Gregory, and that would have been good for race up. But yeah, Pete Harrod just puts in that quicker time at the very end and is able to get him back into that 6th place. Here come Blakewood and Ben Palmer. Then they're just working their way through Westfield and up to Sheen Curve, and then after that Stirling's, and then Clearways, and yeah, Clark Corner the end of the lap.
You look at how much curb Blakewood took then through Sheen Curve, really bouncing the car through there, and they go through Sterling's now towards Clearways, and they're going to enter that at about 80 miles an hour. Around they go through Clark Curve now, along the Brabham Straight. These two together using the draft is Ben Palmer, and across the line they go. Ashley Blakewood does improve his time, but Ben Palmer improves his time though. He manages to get up into 2nd place, so good work from Ben Palmer there, and I don't think we've got many more drivers now left to set a lap time. In fact, I think they are the last one. So to give you a chance here, Adam, why don't you take us through this starting grid then?
Well, we've got 37 cars. Let's see if we can do it. Piers Pryor then on pole position, 1:28.599. Wasn't as quick as his time in practice, but only a few hundredths. I'm sure he won't mind. Ben Palmer 2nd in the end. Yeah, just pipping Ashley Blakewood, conveniently using the slipstream of Blakewood to get that, to wrestle that 2nd place away from him. Blakewood then in 3rd, just 200ths back. Then we've got Adam Gosling 4th, Roy Ververke 5th, Pete Harris, championship leader, in 6th, Ben Gregory starting 7th for race up, 8th Sam Reed, 9th Tom Stanley, Clinton Bell rounding out the top 10. Adam Hadfield will start in 11th, Alex Bristow in 12th, Chaz Draycott 13th, Neil Bamber 14th, 15th Lorne Murray, 16th will start Mark Woodhouse, Michek Sakovic in 17th, so not a good start there for the Season 1 champion. Perry Warburton 18th, Chris Wood 19th, Linus Bostrom 20th, 21st Max Wright, 22nd as we were mentioning earlier, Andrew Woodhouse not getting on with this circuit. James Leggett 23rd, David White 24th, 25th Michael Jones, Jason Rowe 26th, 27th Neil Rocks, 28th Ben Warburton, 29th Jim Flanagan, who did so well here at the Indy circuit last season. Rick Scott 30th, 31st Sean Gardner, 32nd Hero Chan Lee, 33rd Stuart Atkinson, 34th is Dale Green, Trevor Blackburn 35th, 36th Tristan Bodis, and starting at the back in 37th it is Ethan McColgan.
There you go, Adam. A little bit easier this week for you to work your way through there. I thought I'd give you a chance, but we're waiting for the last couple of cars now to come onto the grid here for the start of this race. Really important race for the championship, and as I say, all three of the main championship contenders all together, 4th, 5th and 6th on the grid, so that's going to be really intriguing to watch those three together. So we're here in the Kia Club Series with Crest Glazing and XL Designs, that's easy for me to say, and we're just waiting for one more car to come onto the grid and then we'll be all set for 20 minutes around the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. The drivers now look towards the gantry. The red light will come on here and we're getting ready. The revs are rising. Will it be a good start? The green light is on. Away they go from the line here. And it's, there's a big accident. Somebody didn't get away from the start line. And that's going to cause, hopefully everybody else can get through. But Pierce Pryor made a good start.
Safety car.
We've got a safety car.
Not the first time we've seen that at Brands Hatch, Paul, is it?
Oh, and there's quite a few involved in that one. I do believe it might have been Tom Stanley who didn't get away from the start there. He certainly had a big issue. One of the CQR cars has got damaged. That's Alex Bristow, so luckily it's not our championship leader. But at least with a track of this length, it won't be quite as long a safety car as last time out at Monza with those two safety cars that we had then. But yeah, big incident, and as I say, it looked like it was Tom Stanley who didn't get away from the line.
Yeah, and this of course was a factor when Season 2 of the Kia Club Series began at Brands Hatch a while ago.
Yeah, it was Alex Bristow that caused that one at that time. I'm just trying to see some of the other cars involved in that. Max Wright, Neil Bamber, it looks like, was involved in that one.
So yeah, so just looking at it myself, Paul, yeah, Tom Stanley gets away. Tom Stanley, sorry, doesn't get away. And then the car behind,
Andrew Woodhouse.
He goes to the right.
Woodhouse is a big one, yeah.
And then cuts back to the left and takes out, who's that on their roof there?
It's a number of cars involved in that one anyway. It's a big incident. Like I say, Andrew Woodhouse, one of the big losers in that one. You got 27, that's Max Wright. You've also got Neil Bamber was involved in that one. Who's the Good Advice racing car that was upside down? Is that Adam Hadfield? Yes,
it is Adam Hadfield, yeah.
Chaz Draycott, how did he get through there?
Let's have a look at Chaz Draycott.
That is...
started 13th, of course.
Oh, he did get involved.
He was the car directly behind Adam Hadfield, and they all go off in front of him.
Through the miraculous nature of the internet, I think Chaz Draycott has got away with that one. Yeah, that was a close one for him, but yeah, that certainly was a big accident. But we're looking now. There's a few cars having to be waved by the safety car because of it getting called before everyone had gone past.
The start line,
before the start line, so that causes a few issues. So that's why they're just having to clear a few drivers past the safety car here while this all gets sorted out. So we've got the safety car issue again. Pierce Pryor, he's pushing away like it's a race. He's carrying on at full pace. I would have thought maybe looking after the tyres would have been good for him. But there you go. Pierce coming round to complete another lap. And the thing is, we'll be going one time by this next time around, I do believe. Unless
we have to wait for everyone to form up behind, due to the wave around problem.
You would hope so. We'll have to wait and see
lights
how this
are still on,
but the lights are on the pace car there. So yeah, there he is. So he's going to pick up here. He's going to pick up Piers now. There's the safety car, the iRacing safety car here, in its golden blue livery. The American Childhood Cancer Organisation safety car there, going around Surtees and Piers Pryor is going to come up to the back home now, so hopefully we can get this all sorted and get the race back underway. But yeah, big incident, as we've seen before. Clinton Bell's in the pits at the moment. We've had Trevor Blackburn, Max Wright, Andrew Woodhouse, Adam Hadfield have all had pit stops as well. Tristan Bodis, he's in the pits at the moment, along with Neil Bamber and Michael Jones as well.
So have a look at the top 10 then. Piers Pryor is really as you were, really. Ben Palmer second, Ashley Bakehood third, fourth Adam Gosling. Pete Harrods gained a position. He got past Roy Verke before the safety car was called. He's now up in fifth. Roy Verke, dropping a position to sixth. Ben Gregory still in seventh. Eighth, Sam Rees. Lorne Murray, 15th to 9th. That's the big mover out of that crash at the start. And then Tom Stanley in 10th. Mark Woodhouse 16th to 11th. Really, from 10th on back, we've got a whole lot of cars that have gained a ton of positions, really, from just avoiding this crash. We've got, Mark Woodhouse 11th from 16th. Magic Sakovic 17th to 12th. Perry Warburton 18th to 13th. Linus Bostrom 20th to 14th. Chaz Draycott having to avoid that miraculously by the power of dodgy internet. But he still drops 2 positions. Chris Wood 19th to 16th and David White 24th to 17th, 26th to 18th for Jason Rowe, 30th to 19th for Rick Scott, and they're running out the top 20, Perry Warburton, who gained 8 positions out of that first corner incident.
I know Rick Scott has been getting a little bit of coaching from BTCC driver Ashley Sutton, so it's certainly paying off for him. It appears that he's picked up a little bit of pace here, as Rick, so hopefully he can get a good result from this. The lights are out on the safety car, so we're going to have one more lap, so at least everyone will be formed up behind the safety car by this next time for the restart of this race. And it's Piers Pryor in first, with Ben Palmer second, Ashley Blakehood in third. Quite a few drivers getting, I know this is a little bit of a plug here, but a few drivers getting coaching from Ashley Sutton, and if you can get coached by somebody like that who can help improve you, surely that's it's worth doing.
Definitely, Paul, and speaking from your experience, I'm sure it's helped you a ton in the BSRTC, having the likes of Ashley Sutton on your team, or leading your team, rather, just giving you the tips, especially from a guy that's raced around this circuit, of course. Might have been in a different car, in the MG6 that races in the BTCC, but I'm sure that his experience of the circuit can probably transfer over to this Kia.
Well, I know this is a bit of a segue off of here, but last season, before he did the final rounds of the Clio Cup, the UK Clio Cup, he was practicing here on iRacing in the Kia, just doing lap after lap around the Grand Prix circuit and using a few people like myself, like Pete Newman, people like that, just for a bit of overtaking practice as well. So it does show that things that you take in from iRacing do transfer over to the real thing. And also, he did make a few of those overtaking manoeuvres in his final race in the Clio Cup.
And that, of course, put him on his way to getting that BTCC MG drive. So, the powers of iRacing definitely influencing the real-world drivers, of course. And Ashton using iRacing as a great way to get him prepared for his BTCC races, of course.
Well, let's stop this.
Let's stop.
Let's stop this now, because we've got a restart coming up here.
9 laps, yeah.
Yeah, roughly 9 laps, as you say. Piers Pryor now going to try and back them up a little bit here. There's going to be a little bit of concertina. Hopefully, everybody pays attention. To say, Max Wright is in the middle of that as well. He's a lap down here, so hard luck for him to be involved in that. He'll just hopefully stay out the way there. But Piers Pryor backing everyone up, and Palmer into the back of him as Piers Pryor hits the accelerator. So Ben Palmer not getting the best restart. Pryor, though, pulling away. The green flag is out once again, and away we go then. We've got 12.5 minutes left in this race, and we did have a little bit of side-by-side going down into turn 1, but so far everybody managing to go through there. No real overtaking manoeuvres made at the time being, so it's as we went across the line. It's Piers Pryor from Ben Palmer, Ashley Blakehood in third, Adam Gosling, one of our championship contenders, he is in 4th place, but right behind him Pete Harrod with Roy Verke in 6th place, although he is behind Trevor Blackburn, who's lapped down here, so he's hoping to get past him, and he's got Ben Gregory right behind him as well. That is pretty much your closest one at the front at the time being. There goes Trevor Blackburn out the way, so good driving from Trevor there in the Team Mad car. So it's Race Hub versus Crest SVR in towards that Hawthorne Bend. And it is an overtaking spot down there into Hawthorne, and well, Roy running wide a little bit there, and Ben Gregory just trying to make the move, but not able to make it as they go through Westfield.
Yeah, this battle really going on at the moment. They've sort of separated themselves from Pete Harrod, who's gone on his way. So this is the main battle here between the SVR and the race-up car. Ben Gregory starting, of course, 7th on the grid. Stayed in 7th after the start, but yeah, he's now trying to get past Roy, who, of course, lost that position to Pete Harrod at the start of the race.
Down towards Clearways. And the end of another lap, and it's Piers Pryor who's still out front at the moment. He's 0.6 of a second ahead of Ben Palmer at the moment, with Ashley Blakewood in 3rd. But it's this battle here, Ben Gregory and Roy Ververke. Roy Ververke just pulling away a little bit there out of Clearways and down the start and finish straight. Clinton Bell is dropping down your order a couple of places there. Don't know what's happened to him. He's gone into the pits. That's what's happened to Clinton Bell. So he is having to make a stop here. I wonder if he's got a penalty. Ethan McColgan also onto pit road as well. We've got a few cars on pit road actually. But yeah, Clinton Bell is in the pits for quite a while.
Do you get penalties in iRacing if you overtake before the green flag?
Yes.
I wonder,
yes, you do. I wonder if it's got that.
I wonder if the whole concertinaing up of everyone caught some people out, because the green flag flies, of course, just before the leader crosses the line. I wonder if that made anyone victim
Clinton's
of that.
got going again. Rick Scott is also in the pits as well, so disaster for Rick. He'd got up to 19th, and now he's fallen down to 29th, so not a good going for him, and he's been held for quite a while in the pits as well. But out front, Piers Pryor still in the lead. Ashley Blakewood keeping close company with Ben Palmer, but it's Adam Gosling who appears to be closing up to the back of Ashley Blakewood. Oh, we've got a car off. Who's that?
Max Wright's just off in Sheen Curve. He's a lap down, so it's okay. But yeah, he's just took a trip through the gravel, and we've got a whole load of cars now just trying to come by and lap him. But yeah, Ben Gregory, Roy Ververke. The battle for that is on. Gregory through, up into 6th place. Ververke down to 7th. Ververke is going to try and get this back straight away though, Paul.
Yeah, around looking to the outside into Paddock Hill Bend, and if he can hold that line and maybe get the cutback here through Paddock, but Ben Gregory carrying the pace through that corner, over the gravel a little bit there. It's not too bad if you just dip a tyre slightly into that, and well, Gregory making that move stick, so he's up to 6th place, and he's going to be now trying to chase Pete Harrod, but Pete, he is 3.2 seconds ahead, and Hyo Chan Lee has dropped down the order as well. All sorts of drama happening at the start of this race. He's in the close battle with Alex Bristow there. James Leggett and Dale Green's involved in this one as well. Hyo, it's great to see Hyo back in the championship after the well, he had a disaster last week, let's just put it like that. But it's great to see him going well so far in this race. And well, we've still got these battles. Not really moves going on, although there's a side-by-side going down Pilgrim's Drop. And it's 2x2x2. Neil Rocks is involved in this one, along with one of the Subaru For You cars, Sean Gardner. They've got a little bit of contact there as Neil Rocks still side-by-side through there. The Subaru For You car's queuing up behind him. And well, it's Ben Warburton ahead, along with David White. That's a really close battle between them. Look at this pack here in the midfield. And really everybody desperate trying to make up places in this race as well as Bristow makes it past James Leggett this on there just there after Sheen Curve.
Yeah, great battle this, of course, and all of these positions are possibly pole position for race 2, of course. 15 down to 26 in the Kia Club Series, and now Bristow and Leggett are going to go side by side again on the exit of Clearways and Clark Curve. They're coming across the start-finish line now to start lap 8 of the race. Approximately 6 laps to go here. Round the outside Leggett of Bristow. That's brave. Is it going to be enough room? No, it isn't, and Bristow should just be able to hold on.
Chaz Draycott's currently involved in a battle with Mark Woodhouse and Chris Wood. Chris Wood, who's picked up a little bit of pace these last few weeks, so good to see him in that Team Rewind car moving up. Chaz Draycott trying to break the draft there of Mark Woodhouse behind, so Woodhouse showing him a bit. Oh, Chaz Draycott runs wide there, going into Surtees, and he's going to lose 2 places there. Woodhouse and Chris Wood going through. So Draycott, little mistake, getting onto the grass there in the braking zone for Surtees, and that cost him.
And then behind those guys, we've got we did have 2x2 racing. Problem for who is it? It is David White. He's lost quite a few positions there. He was in 18th place. I mean, looks like he might have picked up a bit of damage.
Ben Palmer's run wide. he's going to lose a place here to Ashley Blake Hood. They're going side by side into clearways, and Blake Hood is through, and here comes Adam Gosling as well. He's going to try and make the move, so Palmer, just a little mistake, running wide out of that Sterling's Bend, and the side by side down the start finish straight, little bit of squeeze in there, but Gosling having to hold on for the time being behind for that fourth place, but Ben Palmer down to third. One little mistake, and that's all it takes.
Yeah, it's relatively easy, of course, to make a mistake down into Sterling's as well, because you get the run through Sheen Curve, and then after that, it's quite easy to go off. That gravel trap is pretty inviting. But yeah, Ashley Blake Hood up into second place now. Ben Palmer down to third. We'll see what Pete Harrod and Adam Gosling can do to try and wrestle that final position on the podium away from Ben Palmer.
Well, we've got Alex Bristow looking busy now. He's trying to get past Stuart Atkinson, trying to go around the outside of Druids. That's not going to work. That's going to invite James Leggett to come past here in the Subaru For You car. The Subaru For You cars all together with their rather unique livery, shall we say. A little bit of banter being going on in the Club Series. Looking down the inside is James Leggett, down the inside of Alex Bristow into Surtees corner, but you're not going to really do it there because Bristow able to get on the power earlier just to pull it round that corner, but that just allows Stuart Atkinson to pull away a little bit there for the time being.
Chaz Draker and Mark Woodhouse having a good battle as well through Hawthorns. This is the battle over 14th and 15th. Mark Woodhouse doing a good job there for Chirpy Birds, and we've got Chris Wood there as well going through Westfield. So good battle inside the top 20 there. And yeah, at the same time, Neil Rocks having a go at Ben Warburton into the right-hander Sheen Curve.
Warburton made a mistake going through Hawthorns, and that's cost him. That's backed up Jason. Oh, behind! What's going on behind there? Bits of contact going on. Bristow is still ahead of Leggett, but the back of Bristow's car looks a mess. They're going to go three wide, surely not. Yo Chan Lee looking to the outside into clearways and through Clark Curve, but Leggett able to hold on to that inside line for the time being. And well, Hyo Chan Lee trying to make that move on Leggett. They're still going to be side by side, but Leggett just in front as they head into Paddock Hill Bend. But that all concertinaed up before Sterling's, and well, that's cost them time on the cars in front.
Yeah, track narrows down just a little bit going into clearways, and yeah, three wide, definitely not a good move there. I think that's happened in one of the Winter Series races before, and it didn't end too well there. Let's just have a look at the top 10. Pierce Pryor leads, Ashley Blake Hood 1.6 seconds is the gap. Ben Palmer still in third, Adam Gosling fourth, Pete Harrod fifth, sixth is Ben Gregory ahead of Roy Verke seventh, eighth Sam Reed ninth. Leading this train now is Magic Sakovic with Tom Stanley behind him, then Lorne Murray 11th, 12th Linus Bostrom, Perry Warburton 13th, Max Wright 14th, 15th Chaz Draker, 16th Woodhouse, 17th Wood, 18th Rowe, and then the battle for 19th is on between Ben Warburton and Neil Rocks.
Yeah, it's close battling all the way through. Less than 4 minutes to go, 3.5 minutes to go, in fact, as Pierce Pryor comes through the final corner to go across the line. So there's going to be about 3 laps left in this one, you would think, as they go across the line. But yeah, it's still them battles further down that's the closer ones, and you have to say that Magic Sakovic, under intense pressure from Tom Stanley, has shown some good pace at times in the series. Had a few sort of quiet weeks going on as Lorne Murray looking to the outside there, and Clinton Bell
in the pits.
In the pits again. What on earth is happening to Clinton today? But yeah, big issues for Clinton. Wonder if something's happened to him there, because he has been in the pits once before already.
Yeah, let's have I'm just going to have a look back, actually.
Yeah, you have a look back. Well, we'll do that, but Magic Sakovic at the front of this queue of 3, Tom Stanley and Lorne Murray, who runs really wide over the grass there at the exit of Graham Hill Bend. And while it's on to Surtees, and this is where you want to get the run, this is where you want to use that slipstream, and Tom Stanley right up in the slipstream now of Magic Sakovic as they're coming down Pilgrim's Drop here. We'll get to you in a second, Adam, because as they're looking in towards that Hawthorns Bend, and Tom Stanley just decided against it for the time being, Adam.
Okay, Ben Palmer's up to second, and he just got past Ashley Blake Hood, so he's got that second place back. And just to update you on what happened to Clinton Bell, he went off into Surtees Bend, went into the tyre barrier all on his own, and yeah, that's the end of his race.
Well, as you say, Palmer leading this train of 4. You've got Palmer, you've got Blake Hood, you've got Gosling, and you've got Pete Harrod. So championship contenders there between those places, and not forgetting Roy Verke, who's in 6th place as well. So not losing out too many points, but he'll be wanting to get onto the back of them sooner rather than later, although we've got about 1 minute and 3/4 left. But Ben Palmer under intense pressure at the moment from Blake Hood, but Adam Gosling trying his best to get past Blake Hood because he wants to try and make this advantage count in this first race to try and gain some more points on Pete Harrod.
And Harrod, of course, has joined this train, of course. This battle for second place. 4 cars going at it, all for different teams. We've got Ben Palmer and we've got Ashley Blake Hood, Pete Harrod, and Adam Gosling as well, all battling here. Championship contenders involved in this fight as well.
And the thing is, with them being championship contenders, will they be a little bit wary to make a move? Will they just decide against it? Are they going to hold back? Because they realise that they're pretty close to a championship. Adam Gosling and Pete Harrod, of course, know what it's like to be involved in the championship battle from last season, so they're a bit more experienced of it. But someone like Roy Verke, who's maybe just dropped back a little bit, he's got a little less to lose and maybe should be trying his best to get up there, although he's still on the back of Ben Gregory as Roy Verke, so certainly one to look out for there. But yeah, this battle for second place as Ben Palmer runs wide again through that Stirling's Bend, and we're going to have one more lap to go in this race because we've got half a minute left. And Lorne Murray, we've lost Lorne Murray. It looks like Lorne's got disqualified from this race. Was battling away with Tom Stanley and Magic Sakovic, so Lorne out of this race. A disaster for Lorne there.
Yeah, not good for Lorne Murray. Was running up inside in 11th position. Started 15th on the grid, getting quite a few positions out of that crash at the start, but unfortunately looks like that his race is run. Final lap then into Druids Bend, and then on our way down towards Graham Hill. Looks like Ben Palmer's just getting a little bit of an advantage over Blake Hood, but Blake Hood will surely close up to him as we head down the back straight. It's all going to be about the run out of 30s to set them up for this Grand Prix loop on the final half a lap of the race. Yeah, so it's Piers Pryor who's out in front, 2.8 seconds. Not a huge gap. We've seen him pull away before, but not quite this time. But look at this. Ashley Blake Hood, he's having to get defensive. Here comes Pete Harrod looking towards inside, just showing a nose to Adam Gosling, but not close enough to make the move stick as they go around Hawthorns now in towards Westfield. And just that little bit of a nose show has just dropped out Adam Gosling off of the back of Blake Hood as they come now through Dingle Dell up towards Sheen Curve, through this right-hander here, and then towards Stirling's for the final time in this race. It is the last lap here as we're going round now, and it's going to be Piers Pryor going in towards Clearways for the final time, and it's going to be Piers Pryor going to get that win. But who's going to be second here as they come across the line now? Piers Pryor, across the line he goes, he's weaving across the line. He knows that he's won this race. Well done to him for another race 1 win. Across the line they go together, and Adam Gosling just not able to get past for the time being on that last lap. Tom Stanley still behind Magic Sakovic as we head around for the last time. Sean Gardner's pretty close behind Ben Warburton as they're going into Clearways and through Clark Curve. Gardner trying to go the long way around here, but that's not going to work here at Brands Hatch, although they're side by side as they go across the line. Ben Warburton just getting 17th, in the end. Ahead of Sean Gardner, Neil Rocks 19th, and then Alex Bristow finishing in 20th. Everyone else coming across the line. I think Dale Green, last car on the lead lap, he comes across the line now, 42 seconds separating the top 25. And then we've got cars one up down or more from 26th on back. So Piers Pryor, another brilliant win for Piers. Always seems to be doing well here. And Paul, have you got your voice back?
Well, I'm having a few connection issues, but we're trying to do our best here. Adam, why don't you just quickly take us through then your finishing results?
Yeah, let's have a look then. Piers Pryor takes the win, 2.9 seconds ahead of Ben Palmer in the end. Ashley Blake Hood gets on the podium. Habby was in second for, I would say, a decent portion of the race. Adam Gosling, best of the rest in 4th, just ahead of Pete Harrod, his championship contender, in 5th. Ben Gregory in 6th, 7th for Roy Verke, 8th Sam Reed, Magic Sakovic 9th after starting 17th, was able to weave his way around that trouble at the start. 10th Tom Stanley, 11th was Linus Bostrom, 12th Perry Warburton, Chaz Draker 13th, Mark Woodhouse got 13th in the end, Chris Wood 15th, Jason Rowe 26th to 16th, a gain of 10 positions there. 17th was Ben Warburton, 18th Sean Gardner, 19th for Neil Rocks. Good battle there, and Alex Bristow rounding out the top 20. 21st was James Leggett. Hyo Chan Lee, he managed to get to the end in this one. He got 22nd. 23rd for Stuart Atkinson. 24th for David White. Dale Green, 25th, and then the cars 1 lap down or more. We got Max Wright in 26th, the last car eligible to be reversed for the reverse grid in race 2. Adam Hadfield, of course, had that Crash at the start finished in 27th, 28th Michael Jones, Tristan Bodis 29th, Rick Scott 30th, Lorne Murray 31st, 2 laps down as a result of that disqualification late on. Clinton Bell 32nd after that crash down at 30s. Andrew Woodhouse 7 laps down in 33rd, 8 laps down Trevor Blackburn 34th, 9 laps down was Ethan McColgan in 35th, Jim Flanagan not having a good start to his evening, 29th on the grid and 36th, 10 laps down, and then Neil Bamber in 37th, 13 laps down, most likely involved in the crash at the start.
Yes, he was. And Adam, who are our people and that could get the reverse grid? Because we'll get the spinny wheel up on the screen shortly.
Yeah, time for the Sunday night Wheel of Fortune. 15 down to 26. Chris Woods, Jason Rowe, Ben Warburton, Sean Gardiner, Neil Rocks, Alex Bristow, James Leggett, Hio Chan Lee, Stuart Atkinson, David White, Dale Green, and Max Wright are the cars eligible to get reversed onto pole position. And Samuli Kumo will now spin the wheel, and we will see who's going to be on pole.
I'm going to throw a prediction out here. I think it's going to be 19th. I think Neil Rocks is going to get it. So let's see what happens here with the spinning wheel. And our broadcasting colleague puts up 15.
Very short one. Chris Wood then onto pole with Mark Woodhouse second, Chaz Draco will start third, Perry Warburton fourth, and Linus Bostrom in fifth. So
that's going to be your lineup for the second race of the night here on the Kia Club Series with Crest Glazing and XL Designs here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live, of course. We'll be stepping aside for just a few moments while we get that second race up here ready for you. So don't go anywhere, we'll be right back after these messages.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back to the Kia Club Series with Crest Glazing and XL Designs here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. And well, after an interesting first race, shall we say, we will be here for a second race with the reverse grid with Chris Wood. Has been showing a lot of improvement this season, starting from pole position. And Adam, we saw it in that first race. Overtaking is pretty difficult round here, and it's shown it again.
Yeah, showing it again. There were a lot of good battles, though, all the way through the pack, really, because we had a battle for second as Chaz Draycott and Ben Palmer had to have a few fun and games in the warm-up. But yeah, small reverse grid. But I'm sure we'll see some more exciting racing in the second race, of course. The first race at the Indy circuit was sort of similar to this, and the second one was absolutely a thriller. So who knows what's going to happen here. Short reverse grid, as I was saying, 15 cars reversed, Chris Wood on the pole, Mark Woodhouse second. Let's see what happens at the front, and we'll see if those guys, the likes of Piers Pride, Ben Palmer, Blake Coos and Harrod, can get their way to the front.
Well, this gives a track like this gives the perfect opportunity for somebody who maybe wouldn't make their way up towards the top and win a race. Give them a perfect opportunity here to maybe get that win, because overtaking is difficult, but we've seen it time and time again in these reverse grid races. It does produce some of the most exciting racing. The second Indy race showed that this season.
Yeah, second Indy race was all really down to the fact that Jim Flanagan was at the front and everyone behind couldn't get past him. We could have a similar situation tonight in the second race if Chris Wood, for example, or Mark Woodhouse are at the front and is able to make sure that no one can get past him. Then we've got a brilliant race in for our hands. So if you're at the front, just try and defend that lead and we'll see if anyone can close up to them and try and get it done.
So we're just in the warm-up at the moment, just drivers getting acclimatised to these conditions. We are in the late afternoon here, so everything looking nice and golden here. Certainly looks good on screen, but it cools down the track temperature a little bit as well. So track temperature only 84 degrees Fahrenheit, but a clear sky, so track temperature not dropping too far compared to that first race. But coolest conditions means that the rear end on that opening lap into Paddock Hill Bend and into Druids will be a little bit loose.
Yeah, well, we had the trouble before we even got to the first corner in race 1, but I think, yeah, the trouble if we do have any in the start of the second race is most likely going to be out of Paddock Hill Bend, with the cars getting very sideways, very twitchy, of course, these Kia Optimas in the cold temperatures. We've seen some big crashes here in various Kia series over the years. Well, let's have a look at the starting grid. 15 cars reversed. Chris Wood on pole position. Mark Woodhouse will line up alongside him on the front row. Chaz Draycott will start third. Perry Warburton fourth. Fifth will be Linus Bostrom. Sixth, Tom Stanley. Seventh, Maciek Sakovic. Eighth, Sam Reed. Ninth, Roy Ververke. 10th, Ben Gregory. 11th will be championship leader Pete Harrod. Adam Gosling 12th. 13th, Ashley Blake Hood. 14th, Ben Palmer. 15th, our race 1 winner in Piers Pryor, and 16th will start Jason Rowe, 17th Ben Warburton, 18th Sean Gardiner, 19th Neil Rocks, 20th will be Alex Bristow, 21st James Leggett, 22nd is Hyo Chan Lee, 23rd Stuart Atkinson, David White will start 24th, Dale Green 25th, 26th will be Max Wright, 27th Adam Hadfield, 28th Michael Jones, 29th Tristan Bodice, 30th Rick Scott, 31st will be Law Murray, 32nd Clinton Bell, 33rd Andrew Woodhouse, 34th Trevor Blackburn, 35th will start Ethan McColgan, Jim Flanagan will start 36th, and starting at the back in 37th will be Neil Bamber. There is a penalty, I do believe, to be carried over for the second race of the evening. Paul?
Yes, it was Jim Flanagan after an incident at Monza last time out in the second race at Monza. So
he'll only lose a position.
Yeah, he's starting at the back anyway. So at least then that's the penalty that he's got. So yeah, he's on the last one position. Only 35 in this race, so we've lost a couple of drivers, which is a shame. But 35 drivers still is a lot of cars around this track, and Chris Wood on pole position. He'll be looking for a good getaway here at the start. We're just about half a minute before the start of this race. The last couple of drivers coming onto the grid, everyone being rather good at getting onto the grid, so we will be very shortly going away for the start of this race. And just quickly, Adam, turn 1, are we going to have chaos or is it going to be nice and clean?
I'm going to say we're going to be nice and clean. I'm putting my faith in all of these 35 Kia Optima drivers, but I think we're going to be clean. Well,
the red light is on here for 20 more minutes in the Kia Club Series. Away we go from the start then. Chris Wood getting a good start. Second place, Mark Woodhouse not getting the best of starts. And here comes Chaz Draycott down the inside into turn 1, into Paddock. Oh, they're sliding off. Here is the lead. Isn't Chaz Draycott takes the lead? Who's that moving up to second place? It's Linus Brostrom. And look coming through the middle there, Tom Stanley. You got one of the team dial-up cars there as well. Perry Warburton is involved there. He's trying to go side by side with the Chirpy Bird car of Mark Woodhouse. And disaster there at Paddock Hill Bend for Chris Wood. Chris Wood has fallen all the way down to 7th place now as they go into Surtees corner. Pete Harrod, look at the start he's made. He's coming up around the outside. We're about to crash further back. Who was involved in that one? We'll have to have a look at that one, but certainly an instant there towards the back of the field.
Stuart Gardner around. Stuart Atkinson looks like he's picked up damage. Hyo Chan Lee is back in the pits, so terrible look for him. But yeah, Draycott away. Chris Wood just trying to find his feet. Side by side here between Sakovic and Woodhouse, and Sakovic is through. So Sakovic through into 6th place. Woodhouse down to 7th, and here comes Chris Wood to try and get past Woodhouse as well as we head into Sheen Curve. Down the inside he goes. He's through, and now Pete Harrod's now arriving onto the scene as well.
Yeah, all happening here at the start. We've got a car running slow further back. It looked like one of the...
Adam Gosling.
It's Adam Gosling, championship contender. I wonder if he's got a slowdown penalty. He must
Yeah, it looks
do.
like it.
So anyway, going through for the first lap then, it's going to be Chaz Draycott. We've got side-by-side action further up though for third place. That is one of the... it's not Matt Woodhouse, Perry Warburton and Tom Stanley. They were going side-by-side across the line, but not able to get past his Tom for the time being. So Perry Warburton holding on to that third place. But here comes Stanley down the inside into Druids. The classic overtaking manoeuvre here at Brands Hatch. And, well, Tom Stanley trying to get this one, trying to get a good result because he did miss a week a couple of weeks ago. And, well, what a comeback he's having so far as Ben Palmer now going side by side with one of the Chirpy Bird cars, 83. That's Matt Woodhouse as they go through Surtees corner. Woodhouse is going to have the inside line, though. 4 Pilgrims drop, and look at that behind them. Piers Pryor with a slightly battered front end is coming down right behind Ben Palmer as they come in towards that Hawthorne corner. And round goes Palmer, so he's got ahead, and Piers Pryor, he's going alongside him. He's going to try and make it through, which he does, but oh, Woodhouse, fantastic late braking stuff into the right-hander there at, well, that was at Westfield. Now as they head towards Sheen Cove. Oh, Pryor, contact, he got onto the grass, and there's contact, and Pryor and Woodhouse are the ones who've crossed there, and, well, off they go into the gravel, and they're going to be pretty much down to the back of the field now. Pryor and Woodhouse, and that's a disaster for Woodhouse. Started in second place and he's fallen all the way down now to 30th place.
Yeah, it's very tough to go side by side through Sheen Curve. It's really a one-line corner, very
Chris
dusty
Wood.
outside.
Chris
Wood
Wood
down the inside of Sakovic into Paddock Hill Bend, and he is sideways, and he gives him just enough room on the outside.
Yeah, Sakovic gets the run because he held it. He got on the power earlier and able to stay ahead of Wood. But Chris Wood showing some real urgency to try and make up for that mistake into Paddock Hill Bend on lap 1. And, well, Sakovic, though, able to keep a hold of that 4th place. Sakovic started in 7th place up to 4th. A great driving from him. Pete Harrod is up to 7th place now from 11th. It's a good start from him as well, with Ben Palmer right behind him. So championship contenders, well, Adam Gosling is now 15th place. He's in the mid-pack here. He's battling it out with Neil Rocks. He's got James Leggett in front of Neil as well. He's got Adam Hadfield, who's shown good pace in this car, behind as well. So certainly some quick drivers in this mid-pack, and they're struggling to get through. Another man who's struggling, Ashley Blake Hood, down in 24th place, so getting caught up in a few shenanigans at the start. Ben Palmer has made it past Perry Warburton along with Pete Harrod, so something happened there for Perry to lose out that position. Just ran wide, the back end just getting loose and ran wide through Westfield corner, and that let Ben and Pete through as they start another lap. Chaz Draycott out the front there, 1.3 seconds ahead of Linus Brostrom. Linus showing a real good turn of pace here so far, Adam. Doing well in second place, and he's having to hold off Tom Stanley though, because Stanley is slightly quicker on that last time, but I say slightly. He's about 8/10 of a second faster.
Yeah, and Linus Brostrom in the 129s last time around, not quick there. Ashley Blake Hood, just an update, he had a slowdown, I think, just coming out of Clearways or Sterling's on the opening lap, and that's why he's so far down the order. Yeah, so problem for him early on. But yeah, this is the battle for second then. Linus Brostrom versus Tom Stanley. Lap times, 1:29.4 for Brostrom and a 1:28.6 for Tom Stanley. Sakovic is on the move as well, 1:28.4, fastest lap of the race for him. Out of Surtees we go, and they're right with each other now are Brostrom and Stanley. Down Pilgrims dropping into Hawthorns, just not close enough to get anything done yet, but Linus Brostrom, I think he's now going to have to set his sights in his rearview mirror for the rest of this race. Chaz Draycott's just starting to edge away, and now he's going to and Brostrom's now going to have to worry about Tom Stanley as he goes wide. Yeah,
and well, that's going to cost him some time there. Stanley putting the pressure on, looking to the inside of Sheen corner. It's tough to make that work, but he's forced Linus wide over the grass there. Here comes Magic Sakovic now, trying to make the move on Linus. Sakovic running around the outside, but that'll give him the inside as they head towards Clearways. Once again, this is the end of lap 4 here, and Sakovic is through now down the inside. And well, Chris Wood, Linus Brostrom's teammate, is right behind him now. And surely, well, Wood and Brostrom will work together. And well, Linus looking to the outside as they head towards Paddock Hill Bend. So Sakovic having to hold that tighter line through there. Brostrom trying to get that back to go through Paddock Hill Bend, and he's going to have a look down the inside in towards Druids. but no move made so far there. Pete Harrod looking towards Chris Wood as well. We have lost Hyo-Chan Lee from this race. He has not returned back to action, so a shame after he got a finish in the last round. He is out of this one. Ben Gregory didn't get onto the grid in time, so he's running at the back in 34th place at the moment.
Yeah, could see Chris Wood back on a resurgence. Yeah, Ben Gregory just under a lap down, sorry. But yeah, the battle is on. Sakovic still having to withstand the pressure from Linus Bostrom. Bostrom who's now got back on it. Chris Wood also having a resurgence as well in 5th, holding off the championship leader Pete Harrod. And this is allowing Ben Palmer to get onto the back of Pete Harrod into Westfield Bend. And now up towards Sheen, down the hill and then back up it again. Great undulating circuit here at Brands Hatch. Very tough to get a move done there. The car sliding through Sheen Curve though. And Ben Palmer looking to the outside into Sterling's of Pete Harris. Might be able to set him up here into clearways. And he does. He's got a brilliant run on the exit, Paul. And he might be able to get it clear into clearways.
Yeah, as we head down towards clearways, here comes Palmer and he's through, so he's past Pete Harrod there. Great move from him. Pete won't be too worried because his championship rivals, Roy Ververke down in 10th place, Adam Gosling 14th, so Pete getting the better result here so far. But Chris Wood is battling with his teammate with Linus Brostrom, and well, Linus still behind Magic Sakovic. But it's the guys at the front there. Tom Stanley, faster lap than your race leader Chaz Draycott by 4/10 of a second. So that's closing up is that gap. It's 1.3 seconds at the moment. So Chaz Draycott, he tried to make as much of a breakaway as possible at the start there. But now he's going to start coming under pressure.
Yeah, Tom Stanley 4/10 of a second quicker. Last time around 1:28.6 for Stanley, 1:29.0 for Chaz Draycott. We've got 8.5 laps to go, approximately, at just under 12 minutes. So going to be a bit of time still for Chaz Draycott if he wants to take a win. Of course, ran well at the start of the season at Silverstone, came close to taking a win there. Did he take a victory in race 2? I can't remember, but he came close. This will be a great opportunity for him to get a win.
Brostom's wide. He's wide through Westfield, and this is going to give his teammate, his teammate just backing out of it there. So you can tell the teammates wanting to get the good result for the team, because Team Rewind, they haven't had the best of seasons so far, but a really good race for these two so far. Linus in 4th with Chris Wood in 5th, but Ben Palmer now onto the back of Chris Wood as they head towards clearways once again. It's fast and furious here. We've got action further down as well. James Leggett is putting pressure on Ben Warburton, but they're not quite close enough to make a move. Oh, Leggett almost missed his braking point there, going into clearways, and luckily no contact made. That was really close between those two. The rest of the field's all spread out really. Eshel Blake Hood though, he's trying to make the move now side by side with Jason Rose. They go across the line here, going into Paddock Hill Bend, and Blake Hood will have the line there, and we'll get that move done. So up a place now, up to 17th for Eshel Blake Hood. Adam Gosling, where is he at the moment? He is, where is Adam Gosling? He's down in 21st, so something else has happened to him there, because he wasn't that far down a couple of laps ago.
And Bostrom and Palmer have been going at it since about Druids Bend, and they're going now side by side through Pilgrim's Drop. Pete Harris, watchful eye here behind them into Hawthorns, and a side by side round the exit. Is Bostrom going to give him a room? He does. Palmer being a bit forceful into Westfield, and he's being more forceful.
Into the side of him, the rear quarter panel. Palmer loses the position now to Pete Harrod, who moves up ahead. So Harrod will be laughing all the way to the bank. Chris Wood, by the way, made it past Linus as well. So that was a change of position on this lap between the two teammates, but certainly under intense pressure as Linus, and well, it's always going to be tough to make that move stick there around that right-hander of Westfield.
Yeah, very tough, and he was just trying to get it done, but obviously it didn't work out. Just a report from the pit lane that Hyo-Chan Lee retired due to was it a steering wheel problem, Paul?
Oh dear, yeah. So
steering damage after getting a bump and colliding with just steering damage after getting a bump and colliding with the barriers. So
easily done, yeah.
Easily done here at Brands Hatch.
Yeah, so your top 10 then. We're just past the halfway point. We've got 9 minutes left. Chaz Draycott in the lead by 1.1 seconds ahead of Tom Stanley and Magic Sakovic third. Chris Wood in 4th, and with this battle with his teammate Linus Brostrom in 5th, who's dropped back a little bit there now, but he's got Ben Palmer. Well, yeah, Ben Palmer's got past Pete Harrod. So that's a move there made between those two. So that's 5th, 6th and 7th. Perry Warburton is in 8th with Sam Reed in 9th and Roy Verke in 10th. That's your top 10 at this point in the race. But yeah, we've seen overtaking manoeuvres made in this race, and Ben Palmer once again making the move on Pete Harrod. This time it was into Paddock Hill Bend.
Bertram wide, out of Westfield, and Palmer's back through, and he gets the move done this time before we get into Sheen Curve. So that is Ben Palmer up to 5th, Bostrom down another position into 6th position, and then he's got Pete Harrod watching him there in 7th. Battle behind these guys, we've got Perry Warburton, Sam Reed and Roy Verke all battling here over 8th place.
Yeah, we certainly have, and Perry Warburton should give him a good account of himself here. Roy Verke trying to make up places in his bid for this championship, but Sam Reed involved in there as well. He's trying to go side by side along as they go through the start and finish straight in towards Paddock Hill Bend. And well, he's going to try the outside line here through Paddock Hill Bend ahead of Perry Warburton. They're getting really close. Here comes Roy Verke looking to the inside. He's going to go around the outside now of Druids. But fantastic effort there from Sam Reed to make that move around the outside of Paddock Hill Bend. Here comes Verke down the inside into Graham Hill Bend. But not able to make the move stick for the time being, but maybe set him up for Surtees.
Yeah, he had the inside line through Graham Hill Bend, so he didn't have the best speed on the exit, but he's still alongside into Surtees. But Perry Warburton swoops around the outside and has got the drive. But now we're on the exit, down Pilgrim's Drop in towards Hawthorne Bend at the end of the straight. Let's see what Verke can do. He's got the slipstream, of course, in the background. The other team dial-up car battling away. Ben Warburton versus James Leggett. Round the outside goes Leggett. And he is through, and that is Leggett into 11th place, and Ben Warburton down to 12th. No change between Verke and Perry Warburton at the moment. We just lost Paul Smith for the moment, but we're carrying on. Just under 7 minutes of racing left, 5 and a bit laps. Chaz Draycott continues to lead. The gap is just getting ever so short, more smaller, just under 0.6 of a second. But yeah, this battle going on then between Warburton and Verke, and we could be onto something here through Clearways.
Yeah, we also had Alec Bristow was going side by side as well with Adam Hadfield as well, but it's this battle here, as you say, with Warburton. Sam Reed got ahead. Roy Verke is trying his best to make it through here, but he's just not close enough for the time being as they go through Paddock Hill Bend. But Verke is trying everything he can to try and get up, because he's got James Leggett slowly catch up. Adam Hadfield!
He's off. It's a quarter panel with none other than Alex Bristow going into Paddock Hill Bend, Paul. Hadfield was down the inside and left rear quarter panel and off into the tyre barrier. Yeah,
Hadfield just drifting a little bit wide there into Paddock Hill Bend, into that braking zone. It's always going to happen if you do that. So yeah, down he goes, down the order.
0.2 of a second. The gap for the lead is very close, and it's Chaz Draycott versus Tom Stanley with 4 laps to go. And last time around 1:29.4 for Draycott, 1:28.9 for Tom Stanley, and now the battle for the lead is on.
Yeah, could we see another race winner here in the Club Series? Draycott looking defensive. He's going defensive, going into Sterling, and Tom Stanley looking around the outside. He's going all over the curb there. He's got so much better run than Chaz Draycott. Draycott holding that inside line. He's going to cut across his nose here. But you have to think that it's going to be a matter of when, not if, Tom Stanley makes the move, because he's so much quicker than Chaz Draycott. There's a come across the line here. 5 minutes to go in this race, and well, it's Stanley looking to the outside into Paddock Hill Bend. They're both going to run wide. Draycott and Stanley almost making contact there, and in towards Druids once again they go, and Stanley is all over. He's hounding Chaz Draycott. He's not going to go around the outside there, maybe send him up towards Graham Hill Bend, but Draycott going very defensive, and look who's catching up to the back of them. It's Magic Sakovic and Ben Palmer.
I don't know how there wasn't a quarter panel between those two through Paddock Hill Bend. I think it's just the powers of netcode were able to stop them there. Ben Palmer, yeah, he's now joining in this battle in a few moments. He's just got past Chris Wood, so his comeback goes on. We're now getting lapped traffic to get on the scene as well, and it's Draycott's teammate Ben Gregory. Ashley Blake Hood is also out of the race. He's back in the pits, so to cap off an awful race too for Blake Hood. More problems for him through Hawthorne Bend, and Draycott blinking a little bit. That'll just disrupt Tom Stanley's rhythm a little bit into Westfields. And here comes Magic Sakovic. Paul, we've got it all happening now in towards Sheen Curve. No look down the inside there from Tom Stanley, but is he going to have a look out of Sterling's?
Well, this is it. We saw him getting close enough to maybe put the pressure on Chaz Draycott through Sterling's. And, well, Chaz is really slow out there compared to the cars behind, because here's Sakovic now. He's right onto the back of Tom Stanley. And it's one thing to concentrate on the car in front, but when you've got a car behind, right behind as well, it's really difficult to defend and attack. As here comes Ben Palmer. He's looking as we head towards Paddock Hill Bend. He's going to try the outbraking manoeuvre down the inside of Magic Sakovic. They're just not going to get it. He's side by side, but Magic Sakovic holding on to that place. But as they head towards Druids, and it's Palmer who's got the inside line there on Sakovic, and maybe Sakovic thinking, do you know what, he's not really involved in my championship, so I'll let him pass. But certainly Ben Palmer showing the pace here as they head towards the final 3 minutes of this race. Chaz Draycott's still able to hold on to that lead for the time being, but Stanley absolutely hounding him. Draycott just catching that curb. You don't want to do that through Surtees, as now they go through Pilgrim's Drop down the hill as they head towards that Hawthorne Bend. And really, this is a 4-car battle. Well, Chris Wood, I think he'll be the one at the back there thinking, come on, have a big accident, let's get me a win here. But, well, Stanley looking, so's Palmer. He's looking racy as well, as you say, catching up to that back marker ahead for the time being, and that is Ben Gregory. That, crucially, that is Chaz Draycott's teammate. So he'll certainly get out of the way of Chaz, but will he get out of the way of the rest of the pack? As here comes Stanley. He's looking to the inside. That's going to compromise an exit. Yeah, Palmer, look at him. He's going to go side by side as they're going down the straight here towards Clearway. Stanley squeezing him a little bit. Side by side. And, well, where's Sakovic in all of this? He's right behind them. And, well, Chaz Draycott's happy that they're battling away, because that's just allowed him to pull out 0.3 of a second as they go across the line almost together. These three, second, third and fourth, all together here with Chris Wood behind. We've just got under 2 minutes left in this race, and, well, Draycott is pulled away now 0.7 of a second, so this battling isn't helping Tom get that first place.
Yeah, so it's just under 2 laps to go in this race then. Chaz Draycott's got just over 0.6 of a second in it, and I'm sure he'll be on the mumble chat straight away to Ben Gregory, just saying, please move on the exit of Surtees, and hopefully this should be relatively straightforward for Chaz Draycott now as we head down the back straight, and don't rule out Chris Wood there, sitting in 5th. 1.8 seconds separating the top 5 then as we come down the hill. And Pete Howard almost could be on the scene here by the time we get to the end of the race. Ben Gregory's still too far away to get out of the way of Chaz Draycott, and Tom Stanley's getting closer and closer. The gap down to 0.4 of a second in the last half a lap or so.
Is the radio call going to be Draycott is faster than you? Let's head towards. We're going to be starting the final lap shortly, but look at this. Draycott now under intense pressure. We've lost Lorne Murray. So Lorne Murray getting a disqualification in this race as well. 2 races in a row for disqualification. And, well, look what happens when we don't have a safety car in the race. This battle all the way through. Draycott now 0.2 of a second ahead, but look behind. Ben Palmer is all over the back of Tom Stanley. He's got a fantastic run there. Out of Clearway through Clark Curve as they head towards Paddock Hill Bend for the final time now. And Tom Stanley having to go defensive, trying to make the move in front as well. And Ben Palmer trying to make that cutback down the inside. He's on the grass here, in towards Druids corner. And it's going to have the inside line here through Druids. Tom Stanley's going to run him out wide over the grass there. That's a little bit naughty there, Ben. But Stanley is going to keep it on the inside through Graham Hill Bend. And he's going to return the favour. A little bit of tit for tat there. And here comes Magic Sakovic looking to the inside of Palmer into Surtees, and Sakovic is through. Fantastic work there onto the podium for Sakovic. And all while this is going on, Draycott's now 1.1 seconds ahead. Palmer now, he's trying to get back onto the podium here. He's got the run on Sakovic as they go down Pilgrim's Drop into Hawthorne. He's going to have the inside line. He's later on the brakes there. They're side by side through Hawthorne as they head towards Westfield Bend. But Sakovic holding on to that position. Look at the behind. Pete Herron looking down the inside of Chris Wood. Not able to make it move so far, but he's side by side as they head towards that Sheen curve. And he's going to have the inside line and through past Wood there. He puts him out wide. They're running wide ahead as well. Sakovic and Palmer, and, well, ahead though It's going to be Chaz Draycott who's going to take this win, surely. He's catching up to the back of his teammate, but that's not going to matter too much as through they go, round the final corner they go here, and it's going to be Chaz Draycott taking the win here. Fantastic work from Chaz Draycott to win this one. We thought he would have... Well, Harrods is going to get him across the line, is he?
He's beat Palmer. He's beat Palmer.
He's beaten Palmer. Fantastic work from Pete then for the CQR teams. Third and fourth for CQR. Great effort there from those two. We've got back further down. We've got them side by side across the line. James Leggett is involved in that with Perry Warburton, and now it's Bristow. Well, still more battles all the way down as well. And it's Jim Flanagan who started at the back. He's 22nd, he's 21st in fact. And well, look at the other rewind car having to go defensive there across the line. Michael Jones able to hold on to that position for the time being. Adam Gosling, he'll be really disappointed with that 25th place as he goes across the line. And we've still got cars coming across the line here. Piers Pryor, another one will be disappointed with his result there, 27th. And you would have thought Piers, with the way he was coming through, that he would have had a really good chance of getting a race win there.
Yeah, shame for Piers Pryor there, 27th position after that pole position and race win. Didn't work out for him at all well in that second race, 27th position. Great battle for the lead though, Paul. It started off stretched out and then it all came back together in the end. And we had as many, I think, as 6 cars battling for the lead there, right to the very end.
And well, we've got one more car just coming across the line. The final car on the lead lap, Stuart Atkinson in the Subaru View car, coming across the line here in a lonely 30th place for him. So he's gone across the line there. That's all of our finishers. Adam, take us through the final results.
Oh yeah, let's have a look at another brilliant second race in the Kia Club Series. Chaz Draycott takes the win. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's his first win of the season. Tom Stanley second, 1 second behind in the end. His battle with Ben Palmer, who lost a ton of positions in the end, was the reason why that gap was so big by the end. Maciek Sakovic, a podium for Sakovic. That's good for him. Pete Harrod, championship leader, 4th. Doing well as always. Ben Palmer was battling for second at Druids, ended up finishing the race in 5th. 6th was Chris Wood after starting on the pole and fighting with those guys at the front. Commend him at his efforts there. Brilliant job from Chris Wood. Linus Bostrom, 7th. 8th for Roy Faverke. 9th Sam Reed, James Leggett rounding out your top 10. Perry Warburton finished 11th. Alex Bristow, 12th. Max Wright, 13th. Tristan Bodis, 14th. Clinton Bell, 15th. Andrew Woodhouse, who was most upset after the what happened in the first race, I think can take something away from Brands Hatch with a 16th in race 2 from 33rd on the grid. Jason Rowe 17th, 18th Neil Rocks, Rick Scott 19th, and then 20th Dale Green. 21st Jim Flanagan after starting at the back, of course, due to that penalty. Michael Jones finished 22nd, Ben Warburton 23rd, 24th Sean Gardner, 25th Adam Gosling. So a bad race for Adam Gosling, and what will that do to his championship aspirations with just 2 races to go in the championship? Trevor Blackburn 26th, 27th as we were saying, Piers Pryor 28th, David White, Mark Woodhouse 29th after starting second on the grid, Stuart Atkinson 30th, Ben Gregory 31st, 1 lap down in the end behind his teammate of course. Adam Hadfield 32nd, was flipping over at the start in race 1 and finishing 1 lap down in race 2. Ashley Blake couldn't having a good race 2 either, finished 33rd, Lorne Murray 34th, and Hio Chanley hit the wall and had steering damage and he finished in 35th.
Well, what we will do is we will get our race winner in here. And Chaz, congratulations. You were made to work for it, but just talk us through that. You got a good start and took advantage of the front 2 just running wide into turn 1 at the start.
Yeah, I tell you what, I was saying to the lads then, if anyone thinks sim racing's boring or online racing's boring or it's nerdy, Jesus Christ, they need to have that feeling of winning a race. That's just absolutely amazing. Like you say, I was made to bloody work for it, Jesus. Tom's always quick, so as soon as he got past Linus, it scared the life out of me, and then I saw Maciek and Ben Palmer's names come up behind me as well, and that was it. But I think him and Ben got fighting, and then that was that, and I saw my chance. Obviously, Ben Gregory was in front of us, he'd made a mistake or something. So, yeah, I don't know what to say, I'm just so happy, I can't tell you.
Well, that's it. One of the things that you did have involved in that race was Tom, when he made it past Chris and Linus, you put under, you saw that you must have seen that gap coming down, and then all that pressure that you were put under there for the final sort of 9 minutes or so really, it really was a good effort from them there.
Oh yeah, it was really good to watch them coming up behind because, I mean, I don't want to say it's boring leading the race, but when you're on your own, it's nerve-wracking as anything. I was shaking like mad. Yeah, it was good to see them all sort of making the pace. Really, it was good fun.
Well, that's we've seen you leading races before and having unfortunate incidents with take my mind back to Donington last season.
Oh God!
And also Silverstone one that you were leading as well this season.
Yeah, it was that Welshie, wasn't it? That Welshie took me, didn't he? The last lap, Liam.
We've seen you in the leader races, but to get the win now, I mean, how many wins is that in the club series for yourself now?
Well, it's my first one.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just trying to get you to say it, but,
honestly, it's amazing.
There is no better feeling, is there, than getting a win, especially when you have to work for it, though, is there?
Well, that's it. It's more rewarding stuff like this. I mean, I know people watching this have probably played things like R Factor or played some Formula 1 games or racing games, and when it's against AI, there's some sort of lack of, I don't know, like fulfillment when you win a race. But because this is all real people, they're all really quick people as well. These guys don't hang about, and to do that and to win a race, it's the closest thing you get to winning a real life race, and that's what I love about iRacing. It's what it brings us all together to do, and it's an amazing feeling. Really, really chuffed. Can't tell you enough.
Were you just quickly, Paul, were you in contact with Ben Gregory, your teammate, those final few laps? Because it looks at one point that it could be a factor in the finishing order of the race.
Well, I was screaming at him, absolutely screaming at him, but he was asking how I was getting on and where I was because he was trying to watch his relative, and he made a mistake I think it was about 6 laps from the end, and he dropped back after that mistake, but he was trying to stay out of it, but obviously with having the tow, I was just naturally catching up with him, and so was everyone else. He was saying, like, do you want me to get out of the way, and I was thinking, well, no, because if anything, it's doing me a favour involuntarily, really, so why not? But yeah, it was there was a lot of shouting and screaming and blood and tears, and yeah, people got hurt, but it's fine.
Well, we're just going into the final rounds as well, and just with your series administrator hat on now for a second, we had three drivers going into this final round, this round here, who still had a sort of really realistic opportunity of winning the championship. We've seen Gosling have a poor result here in the second race, and Roy Verke still getting some good solid results there, but Pete really seems to be kicking on, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I after I think 2 meetings this season, I didn't really count Pete in it because he had a lot of really bad luck towards the beginning. Once we saw Zolder, and he won both races there and then won a race the week after, I said, watch this, Pete's going to have this again. He's going to be the first double champion we've had.
Well, so Donington next week, a track that you like. Again, I don't like to bring it up, but you were leading there last season until you had that unfortunate mishap with your internet, but you're looking forward to it anyway.
Definitely, yeah. It's always a good party towards the end of the season. We get some fancy liveries and stuff. Everyone's a bit more relaxed, but obviously certain people, I'm looking at you, Pete, won't be so relaxed. I can imagine he's probably raring up already to go for it. He's probably hosting a Donington session now anyway, to be fair. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Everyone sort of has a good laugh in the last round, and Donington's an ace track to do it on, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. And
just finally, anyone you give a quick mention to?
The Race Up guys, as usual, for sponsoring us. Absolute brilliant bunch of lads. My teammates Ben and Adam, absolute legends. You guys for broadcasting, and Becca's also watching again tonight, so shout out to her as well. She's gone mental at me over Facebook chat while I've been leading the race, so I've got to read all that in a minute. So yeah, it's all good.
Well, thanks a lot, Chaz, and congratulations on your first win there, mate. Well done.
Thanks. I'm going to go neck a bottle of Jack Daniels now.
I wouldn't blame you.
So that's
nice one, lads.
Thanks a lot, Chaz. So that is Chaz Draycott, and well, Adam, you can go and speak to a man who was putting the pressure on Chaz, Mr. Tom Stanley.
Yeah, Tom Stanley joins us now, and looked like that you had the pace to take the win then, Tom, but it's just that last lap battle with Ben Palmer that just separated you and Chaz there.
Yeah, it's a shame. I was closing Chaz on very, very quickly and having a good 2-second gap behind, I think, Magic at the time. And I was just closing in. I just couldn't find a way through Chaz. It was, again, very, very defensive driving from here, and it just closed the pack up. So, again, it was a great win for Chaz. You know, for me, it was a better race than the first one because of my technical difficulties.
So yeah, even though you weren't able to get the win in the end, you can still probably say it was a good race meeting for the team.
Yeah, it was a really good race meeting for myself, especially after the first race. I think Mark did quite well as well in the other Chirpy Bird car. He was on second, I think, at the start of the race. He let me by. So again, good teamwork between me and him, and just trying to get Chirpy Bird back up there.
Well, next week then, Donington Park, final race meeting of the season. Do you like the track there, and how do you think you can fare there?
To be quite honest, I haven't tried the Kia in Donington so far, so I might have to do a bit of private testing just to see where I am. But again, we don't know until next Sunday, so make sure to tune in on Apex Racing.
Great, and just before we let you go, do you want to send a quick shout out to anyone?
Yeah, again, thank you to Mark for letting me through when he saw me behind me, and to the Chirpy Bird team, and also thank you for Radical Racing UK.
Great. Unfortunately, you weren't able to get the win, but it was great seeing you battle at the front there with Chaz Draycott. Tom Stanley, thanks for talking to us, and we'll see you at Donington.
No worries, hopefully I can get a win, not another second.
Yeah, brilliant. We'll be watching with interest. Thanks for talking.
So what we'll do is just grab a quick word with our race 1 winner, Piers Pryor. And Piers, that first race really seemed to go well for you and able to get the win, but second race bit of a nightmare for you if we're all honest.
Yeah, I'm not very good at race 2, am I? I just sort of must mess it up every time. I always seem to go all right in race 1, which is nice. But then I literally just touched the grass going into, I can't remember what corner it's called, but the third last corner, and it just sent me, with a front wheel drive car, you touch the grass with the rear wheel and it just sends you straight round. And it's just one of those things. I feel really bad for Mark Woodhouse, because I literally just touched the grass, let him through, just let him through, and then I touched the grass and just sent us both off. And it's kind of a shame because it ruined both of our races. But it was good in race 1, but I'm still pretty disappointed about race 2.
Well, this is, you've shown some really good pace and you've been moving up the ladder, and we have noted in the second half of the season you really have sort of picked up the points and really sort of put a charge on, but just maybe a little bit too late that charge coming through then, Piers, would you say?
Yeah, it's a bit experience, I suppose. I mean, I hadn't driven the Kia at all before this season, and then I hadn't driven in any league racing or anything like this. So just that second race is a bit of a knack to staying out of trouble, and I just haven't found it yet. I thought I got it because I had strung together a couple or 3 rounds where I managed to get through both races, but my old ways seem to have come back and haunt me. It's just a bit frustrating, but hopefully for next season I'll be able to sort it out and we'll be able to start at the front and stay there.
And well, we're going to Donington Park next week, which is a track that we saw in the little fun race that we had before the start of the season. We saw how dominant you were there in that first sprint race in that one. So will you be hoping that maybe you can get that form and bring it back in with more experience in the car as well?
Oh yeah, I'm really hoping. I mean, I love Donington. I love it in every car I've driven it in, and it's sort of when I first got the Kia ready for this season at the end of last season, then for the fun race, I did quite a lot of laps around there. So it's sort of the track I learnt the car in, and I've done a lot of laps around there. It's a great track. I feel confident around there, and hopefully if I can do get anywhere near the pace I had last time, then that would be great. And I'd like to finish off the season strong, preferably with the finish in race 2 as well, because that seems to be my bit of a Achilles heel at the moment. But I'm really looking forward to it, and the racing's always great there. So yeah, it should be good fun.
And just finally, anyone you're going to give a quick mention to?
Oh yeah, obviously I'd like to say Darryl Rampton, who wasn't racing this weekend. He just got married out in Las Vegas to his fiancée. So congrats to him. He's sort of a straggler on in the Club 73 ranks, and also Club 73 karting, and Sam and Clint are always good fun to be around. So thanks to them as well.
Well done for the first race. Anyway, that was a more positive one. I always like to think of the positive. So really good positive first race, and hopefully you can take that into the next week.
Yeah, cheers, Paul. Hopefully both races go as well as that's on. Cheers, Paul. See you next week.
Yeah, see you later, Piers. So that was the penultimate meeting of Season 3 in the Kia Club Series. And Adam, we're going into next week, and you would have to say that Pete Harrod is looking pretty confident for that championship win.
Yeah, I think he's most likely extended his championship lead after this race meeting. 2 strong top 10 finishes, if not even top 5 finishes in both races there for Pete Harrison. Some of his rivals seem to have faltered here. Maciek Sakovic's teammate had a respectable finish in race 2. However, the likes of Gosling and Vaverke, they just haven't been on his pace at this race meeting, and I think that's what's ultimately going to cost them. And as Chaz was saying, I think we're most likely going to be seeing a double world champion in
World
Pete
champion?
Harris, double world champion, double Kia Club Series champion in Pete Harris. But you never know, 2 races still to go. Donington Park, tough circuit, and as we saw in Season 1, you can't rule it out until the final corner of the final lap.
Yeah, and it's so easy to pick up little slow-down penalties at Donington as well through the likes of Old Hairpin and that chicane at the end of the lap as well. So you've got to make sure that you're on it. And, well, Pete, I would think it maybe just take a more conservative approach next week.
Yeah, I think that'll be best. However, this Kia Club Series, you've got to be you still got to have some sort of fire in you, and I think Pete Howard will still be trying to go and get 2 top 5s, or if not 2 podiums, or even 2 wins in the final race meeting.
So next week you want to make sure that you join us here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live from 7:30 GMT, which is 8:30 BST if you're in the UK. And well, congratulations to Piers Pryor for race 1 win, and Chaz Draycott on his first ever win in the Club Series. It's taken him best part of 3 seasons to get that win, so congratulations to him there for those 2 drivers. And we're going to next week, the final meeting of this season 3, and it's been an enthralling season. You'll sure no doubt agree. But from myself, Paul Smith, from Adam Bath, and from Samuli Kumo on the cameras, until next week, it's a goodbye from all of us here at Brands Hatch. Goodbye.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.